When you look at a beam of light, you see in the air, you see little stuff floating around, and you realize that you are breathing your clothes, your furniture, your carpet, even your curtains. As we walk, sit, and generally move around, tiny particles in the fibers in the air break off, and they go right up our noses. About 20,000 liters of air pass through the adult nose each day. The nostrils catch the largest particles, and the inner nasal tracts swirl the air, catching mid-sized particles in the mucus, and then it's moved down to the throat where it is swallowed. The lungs can process out most natural materials. Little guys called macrophages move particles up from the lungs and down the throat to the stomach or the lymph nodes. But our bodies are not equipped to handle the chemicals attached to the fibers in the air. PBDEs, nasty little chemicals, which are used in foam padding of furniture, bedding, and carpets before 2005, are responsible for a host of cancers and reproductive issues. Researchers have found that 2/3 of PBDEs present in adults' bodies seem to be coming from household dust. For infants, it's about 90%. Why? Who's closest to the carpet? Every step we take brings up particles from the carpet itself, what's in it, and what's under it. Toys roll around on the floor, pick up dust, and go back into the baby's mouth. So the materials in the fluff around them gets absorbed through their soft skin, inhaled, and literally eaten. So what's in your closet? Here's the short list. Chlorinated phenols are applied as a finish to prevent mold. They're very toxic and carcinogenic. Pesticides are applied to the finished textiles for moth resistance. They are absorbed through the skin. Herbicides, which are used to kill weeds in the field and defoliate cotton before it's harvested, are absorbed into the cotton fibers and persist all the way to the finished product. Heavy metals are used in dyes and pigments, inhaled on fibers and absorbed through the skin. They accumulate in organs like the liver and kidneys and cause neurological damage. TBT, DBT, organotones, I forgot how to say that one, are used in socks, shoes, and sports clothes to prevent sweat odor, stinky feet. They are toxic when inhaled or absorbed through the skin, and they're suspected to cause reproductive disorders. Chlorinated organic carriers are chemicals used in the dyeing of polyester. They cause damage to the central nervous system and induce kidney and liver malfunction. Flame retardants are often used and are carcinogenic. They impair the immune system, cause hyperthyroidism, memory loss, and joint stiffness. PFOs are the stain resistance on carpets, leather, and upholstery. They are bioaccumulative, which means that they build up in the body's systems and they become toxic. PFCs are water repellents. They're bioaccumulative and persist in the environment well beyond the life of the garment. They've been linked to cancer and kidney disease. NPEs are used to wash the clothing after dyeing and remain in the textile itself. They disrupt hormones and also accumulate in the living tissue. Perfumed formaldehyde is what gives fabric that new feel and smell. It's used to finish the fabric, prevent shrinkage, crease resistance, and that smooth dry property. And as you know, formaldehyde is nasty stuff. That's all before the dyeing. Dyes themselves are quite a handful. Many are made from known carcinogens that accumulate in the body. 70% of commercial dyeing is done with azo dyes that are linked to bladder, spleen, and liver cancer, and chromosome damage that will only show up in future generations. Azo dyes break down into aromatic amines, which can be mobilized by water or sweat and absorbed through the skin. 2/3 of the environmental impact associated with textile garments occurred during the consumer phase rather than production phase of a garment. Normal household products combine with textile chemicals in ways that create new risks. For instance, children's sleepwear required to be treated with flame retardants. Washing them with fabric softener actually makes them more flammable. My theory? Wash less, live longer. Andrea Farrow, professor of environmental engineering at Clarkson University, says toxic chemicals like lead, pesticides, PCBs, and PHAs are routinely found in household dust. Simple activities such as dusting and vacuuming generate or resuspend the pollutants back into the air. So the answer is defluff your house. Plush carpets and furnishings have a high nap of fibers that constantly break off. Even velvety fabrics designed not to produce lint will still hold dust, dirt, and moisture more than smooth fabrics. And when these fabrics get dirty, they are difficult to clean. Warm and fuzzy is cuddly, but it's not worth the health risk. Choose rugs and upholstery made of natural fibers, like wool. Untreated cotton, hemp, or wool. This little guy is growing up on a farm here in Wake County. Avoid things labeled stain-resistant, waterproof, shrink-proof, or flame retardant, and don't Scotch guard your carpet after cleaning. Use dry cleaning services that do not use PERC, or PERC, which has been linked to various cancers. Studies show that people breathing low levels of this chemical when they wear dry cleaned clothing or spend time in indoor spaces where dry cleaning is stored. You can slowly transition your wardrobe away from chemo textiles or to organics. There are organic clothing makers right here in the Carolinas. You can get anything from t-shirts, as we know from Eric Henry, to high fashion for any member of the family. We even have a wedding designer in South Carolina that makes beautiful organic cotton bridal gowns and bridesmaids' dresses. My favorite and best idea is to grow my own organic cotton, spin it, knit it, weave it, wear it. You've heard of slow food, you've heard of slow money. Now we have slow fashion. This was grown in 2012 in North Carolina, spun in 2013 by hand. I knitted it in 2014, and this is my first time